Hey y'all, I know it's been a while. It's your girl Pharmacy. I've been super busy, but I wanted to take you all along with me on a recent trip that I took, and I didn't go alone. I took 9 women farmers with me to the mountains of North Carolina, and we went to spend some time with one of my corporate partners, Gaia Herbs. These women are all members of my Sow Green Society. We even had little baby Z who attended because his mom is still breastfeeding. But all these ladies had to do was get there. Their lodging was provided for. Their food was graciously provided for. Thank you so much, Gaia Herbs. We really appreciate this learning experience and this opportunity for us to just really connect as Black women farmers in a safe space. If you are interested in learning about some of the things that we did and saw, then definitely keep watching. Had to take the audio out because I am not trying to get demonetized, but here we are. We are arriving. This is day 1. A lot of the ladies flew in to Raleigh, to our airport, and then we drove up to the mountains of North Carolina. And it took us about 3.5 hours to get there.
Ready to be there. Been driving for 10 hours. I'm just
Only handling the wheel.
Look, we appreciate your dedication.
I am dedicated to getting
providing front seat support
when she's awake.
When she see, I wasn't gonna call you out like that. No shade. And we are in the back eating and occasionally napping and engaging in discourse. We're not assisting in any way with the actual getting ourselves to the destination.
The trees back there telling soap operas.
Yep. All kind of good stories right here.
Telling the crime tale.
All the tea.
It's like
All the tea.
The truth.
All the tea. What Nina at? You know she be all. There she go. Ooh. I only had it on you for a minute. I know you like to keep it low profile. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Hard to find drive. So I'm going to talk us through this part because we were jamming and I did not want to tell anyone turn the radio down or off or disturb the vibe so I could record content, right? So, anywho, we are on our way to where we're staying, and y'all, this was the curviest, thinnest road. The only place I think I have encountered curvier, thinner roads is in the Ozarks. Those roads were terrible. But this was scenic, and it was beautiful, and we laughed and joked because Oni was hitting them curves. Oni was on it. Okay, she was hitting those curves, but she got us there safely. And once we pulled up, we saw why it was nestled back in the woods like that. Very secluded, very private, which we appreciated. The house was okay. It was nice. It did sleep all of us, but some of us had to share rooms more than what we're typically accustomed to at our age because, you know, we're all grown. But we had such good vibes that it totally worked for us. I don't know if I could do this with just anybody, but definitely with these ladies right here who I've been working with for some time now. So we were able to just engage, discourse, talk business, fellowship.
Really? Okay. So I have to show you pictures of that one.
Which is an ancient language that has been reserved for civilizations for sacred work like this. So the one that we're going to focus on today is about abundance and embodies the consciousness of, in the Hindu practice, they call this consciousness goddess Lakshmi. But really, you know, it's not about deities, it's really your consciousness and an energy, and it's about abundance and love and sensuality. So we're gonna do some.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want me to walk.
Yeah.
I gotta walk now.
Look how beautiful that
Let me
is.
see it go.
Okay. Nah, you in it now.
Quarantine, and ideally we're sending them off to the seed lab. Here in North Carolina, we also have a seed lab that they can analyze your seeds for free for your germination rate
Okay.
and your purity. So understanding how much in this population of seeds is actually marshmallow seed versus weed seeds. This field. So you can see even at a crazy dense seeding rate, we still have this Soga and various other weeds that are in here. So this is something that we definitely hand harvest to make sure that we don't have any contamination of other weeds in our red clover product. And then over to your left, that far field that looks like a really green fluffy area, that was clover that I was talking about earlier that we seeded in October. That overwintered, served as a cover crop, and we actually just finished harvesting this morning. So there's a big difference between this field and that field, not only in terms of maturity, but also in terms of weed pressure. So that field basically saw no weed pressure because it was seeded last fall and it beat all the spring emergence, versus this field that couldn't quite beat the spring emergence. Yeah.
Claim it, right? We are.
Yeah. So when the farm has done it in the field, historically, they've never trellised it, so it laid on the ground, all the rains, got a lot of disease. So this year we're trialing doing one row in the middle, and then over beyond this tree line you can see we have an incredibly invasive stand of bamboo, which is invasive, but we have endless trellising material. So we already have our stakes cut, and we'll be running trellising lines on all of this passion flower to lift them up off the ground and hopefully mitigate some disease through that paradigm.
Okay.
So trial and error.
I'll show you the lab. This is kind of where I feel most comfortable. It's where I started at Gaia. I was a lab manager. My background's in chemistry. Don't know really much about farming. Everything I've learned at farming has kind of been here at Gaia, so I'll tell you that. But I'm more of a science nerd in the lab type person. So my background's in chemistry. I worked a little bit in the pharmaceutical industry before coming over here, like I said, in January of 2011. So love it here. It's great. Kind of have gone between the roles the last couple of years. I'm over the. If you manufacture something, you have to document that, right? And there's some very specific things. So if you weigh something out, you have to have 2 people.
So, Gaia Herbs, executive chef, has been taking excellent care of us the entire time that we have been here, and is preparing even more tasty cuisine. We had a delicious, delectable lunch, and now we are about to have a delicious, delectable dinner. And I'm hungry and excited because they are treating us well, and I do like to be treated well. Hey y'all, it's your girl Farmer C. It is the second day of our gathering here at Gaia Herbs. So we'll be going back to Gaia Herbs this morning for another full day. And we're also going to squeeze in some time to go see some waterfalls. So really excited about today, just as I was excited about yesterday. And right now we're all having some breakfast. They completely stocked the place for us with all kind of food. So we are well covered on that front. We want to eat something nutritious and fulfilling Yesterday was super hot before it started raining, and a few people felt the effects of like not having eaten a good breakfast. So we want to make sure that we are nourished and hydrated before we embark on our day. Let me make sure I have. Okay. Because I've been chomping down on this bagel. Got some salmon on it, some cream cheese. It's absolutely delicious. But let me show you all the view. So I am in this screened porch area, which is really nice because I can come out and enjoy without dealing with mosquitoes and flies. There's a little driveway. Don't know what's back there. I think they have a few other lodges or, you know, places for people to Airbnb. But we are in the Pisgah Forest, and it's absolutely beautiful here. And this is a temperate rainforest, and so they actually get more rain here than in Seattle, Washington, or some of the other places you traditionally think of having a lot of rain. And then the porch actually continues out here. It's just not screened. I would have all manners of things growing in this yard. Ladies.
Yes. Who got it?
I have a mint and eucalyptus oil mixed with some coconut oil.
We got options. I want the chemicals. Yeah, that's gravy for the mosquitoes. They don't have no. You know what? Actually, hold on. Come over here with your honey butter oil.
Yeah, this is.
Uh-oh.
Y'all want some of this mint and eucalyptus oil, coconut oil, some of the essential oils, but it'll help you buzz off.
No,
I would put it in your hand first and then.
I have an off, but it's like a sensitive.
I'm doing what I
She said everything is content.
But it's kind of, you gotta rub it in.
I ain't bring it.
Okay,
So I'm have to use yours.
I'm gonna get some. It did good for me yesterday.
what I have.
yeah. I put it on my face.
I'm about to put some.
You got record?
Oh, I've been recording for the last 30 seconds.
Okay, this is content. Okay,
I'm a mosquito.
Yeah, they got me. I got two bites on my back.
It's beautiful and fun to walk through. And also we can maybe do half and half can go into the St. John's wort. We have St. John's wort over here. Which I heard like magically blooms on the summer solstice. So I'm really curious to see if we're gonna have a big explosion here in the next couple days. But
Really?
yeah,
St. John's wort.
apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. But has anybody utilized integrated pest management or IPM before on their spread?
like companion planting.
Yeah, companion planting, beneficial pests. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. For us on the farm, what we try to do is do weekly walks of our fields. Weekly is a big ask, so usually it ends up being like bi-weekly or even monthly. But
So the ladies are out in the echinacea field, learning more about soil tests and the process that they use here at Gaia Herbs in partnership with their local ag extension. So I've done plenty. I've done enough soil tests. I won't say plenty, but I've done enough. And plus he's showing them North Carolina's, forms and all that, and I'm familiar with that. So I went to go take a sneak peek at the river because it's sounding so good. I don't know if that's the river. I think that's Kathy's Creek. They also have the French Broad River here as well on one side of the property, but I think that's Kathy's Creek. And just a fun trivial fact, well, not trivial, fun trivia fact. The French Broad River is the oldest river. No, I'm getting it wrong. The French Broad River is the third oldest river in the world. It's a little trivia.
That's it again. People laugh at us when they see us growing this intentionally.
Uh-huh.
For St. John's, I do invite you to grab a leaf if you'd like.
So, 3 of the ladies went on the first transplanter, and now 3 more of us are about to get on the second transplanter. I am going to jump on and try my hand at the transplanter. So, that looks fun. Look how pretty this tractor is, y'all. Some of my Sow Green ladies are about to get on the transplanter.
We have Lucio here. Lucio will be driving the tractor. He's been here for 17. ¿Cuántos años?
You need me to sit here?
Yeah, he's been a guy for 17 years.
17.
And this is his son Junior.
Hi, Junior. Hola. Some blue vervain. Who else is going?
Hey, see? What you plant?
Blue vervain.
All right.
So we are being gifted with several flats of herbs and plants used traditionally to enhance well-being and health. And we also will be getting a lot of seeds as well. Some of the ladies traveled from pretty far, so they won't be able to take the live plants. It's just not practical, but we are getting some seeds as well. And we've got echinacea, we've got figwort, vervain, nettle, I think that's, I'm not sure, I think that might be wormwood. I could be wrong. Artichoke, we have marshmallow, plantain, and valerian. So yeah, and this I think is passion fruit. I'm pretty sure that's what the leaves look like, at least. So really excited to have some more plants added to Green HEFFA Farms. Some different plants, different species, and happy the ladies are going to be able to also receive the same. I'm out here, just had lunch, and everybody's kind of spread out enjoying the grounds. I snuck off for a little private time, quiet time, over here in one of their garden areas, and I just love the layout of this, and I just love everything about this space, and definitely want to use this as inspiration for something at Green Heifer Farms. I could see this on a smaller scale with a little water feature in the middle. Yeah. I also absolutely love this bench with the little footrest, and I love how they hollowed this log out and created a planter. That's just so creative and such a good upcycle. You know, if you have some logs that you can use, preferably you don't cut down a tree just to do this. You know, hopefully it's a fallen log, or, you know, if it's a tree you just absolutely had to remove, that kind of thing. But something else I want to replicate, and I'm looking at these rocks around their tree, and I'm like, I need to go ahead and do that with my 2 ginkgos. And I also need to go ahead and decide upon what other trees I'm going to plant at the farm, because that's not something you really want to procrastinate too long on. You know, you want to give it some thought, but trees take a long time to grow, so the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take. And I want to see trees flourishing on Green Heifer Farms during my lifetime. I will be probably old as hell, but I'm gonna be here. So we are going to see Looking Glass Falls. Just taking a little excursion before we have dinner back at the farm at Gaia Herbs. So happy. Miss Cassandra joined us for day 2, Pouring Violet Farms. So follow them on Instagram. I will put her information on the screen. Let's go see what this waterfall has. I'll be sure to show you all and bring you all along with. Look at that little alcove. That's so cool. So we are at Looking Glass Falls in Brevard, North Carolina, getting our feet wet, reconnecting with nature, getting grounded, all of those things. It's the perfect culmination to a very full 2 days, and it is absolutely beautiful, and nature is absolutely awe-inspiring and miraculous and all of those things. So I'm gonna play in the water a little bit. I'm not gonna get too wet. I'm not dressed for like fully getting in the water, but I'm definitely gonna get a little wet. Oh.
Yay! We did good. It's all right. That's enough.
Yes, he did.
You can see. Oh man, this is good.
That is so sweet. Christy, you not gonna get your feet wet?
I am.
Okay. Oh, she like, I'm gonna get over here first.
Yeah, I have to get over here first.
It's so clear. I almost hate that people are in the water because I know they got like stuff on their skin, like sunscreen. And, you know, we wear lotions and all that. It goes into the water supply. Yeah. It's just, it amazes me that there are people who live around things like this and they don't like
Never go.
visit.
Get off me, Mr. Mosquito. Look, you bit the heck out of me. Get. Over here, stinging somebody. I'm trying to have a moment.
Walnuts, so what that means is they've been soaked and then dehydrated so that we can actually absorb and process all of the nutrients. We have wild rice with carrots, kale, and spring onion, and then we have trout roulade. So it's trout rolled up with shiitake, duxelle, oregano, parsley, almonds, lemon zest, and olive oil. And we'll put that black garlic puree. And then we have chickpea, sunflower seed tempeh topped with duxelle vegetable jus d'huile, and then the trout and tempeh is garnished with chive from the garden.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Enjoy.
So the wildest thing happened. A national reporter with NBC News saw my TikToks and reached out and wanted to know more about how I built my farm and my business. And Maya Eaglin is her name, and fantastic reporter came to visit, and here's some of the story, and our trip to the mountains actually made the cut. Stay tuned. Because of the trauma that's been inflicted on the Black community, indigenous community, when it comes to land, a lot of us have lost that connection.
Clorinda, known as Farmer C on TikTok, is part of a growing group of Black women ditching their mouse and keyboard for a shovel and seeds.
Look at you.
I am really enjoying this.
Okay.
When you take it all in and you look around, how does it feel to know that you're on your own land?
It feels good. You're around so many beautiful plants that have so many beautiful purposes, and we don't look to the land for reinforcements that we need for our well-being. I really wanted to be able to look at farming as being reparative.
Clorinda owns Green HEFFA farms in Liberty, North Carolina, and grows flowers, teas, hemp, and herbs, all with the goal of healing.
What made you decide to go the medicinal kind of healing route for what you're growing here?
I was, dealing with a lot of stress, started dealing with anxiety, and I wanted to see if botanicals and herbs and medicinal plants could have some benefit, and they did. And I found a lot of benefit in drinking really high quality tea. So this right here is lemon balm. It's really good for calming.
But she says it wasn't easy getting here. Banks denied her loans, and farming instructors barely believed in her vision.
Agriculture in this country was to benefit white men who owned property, preferably of the Christian faith. I'm coming into an arena where it's not equal.
There's actually data to back that discrimination up. The average Black-owned farm in the U.S. is smaller, makes less money, and receives less government subsidies compared to other farms. And in 2010, the USDA paid a $1 billion settlement to Black farmers for denying or delaying their loan applications without any justification.
This is a Camellia sinensis, also known as the tea plant.
Farmer C is part of the 1% of Black rural landowners in this country, and she wants that to change. So she's put her focus into helping other women of color find freedom by becoming farmers themselves.
I don't anticipate America to get things right during my lifetime. I also don't even pretend to be able to offer a solution to a problem. For me, it's more about how do we create as much Black joy as possible. That